In my previous video, I showed you how to add a single item to the context menu. In this video, I'll explain how to create a submenu within the context menu. When you right-click on any cell in a worksheet, your own submenu with multiple items will be visible. Open the VBA editor by pressing Alt F11 and insert a new module. Double-click the module to open its code editor. Let's start by creating a subroutine called Add Sub Context Menu. We'll call this subroutine to add a custom submenu to the right-click context menu. Declare 4 variables as shown on the screen. Cell menu references the cell context menu. Submenu represents our new submenu. Item 1 and Item 2 represent the items within the submenu. The next code chunk removes existing submenu if any. The next line sets the cell menu variable to the cell context menu. The set submenu adds a new pop-up control to the cell context menu. The set item 1 code adds a button control to the submenu. Item 1.caption sets the caption of the button. Item 1.onAction assigns a subroutine to run when the button is clicked. The next code chunk creates the second button for the submenu. You can add as many buttons as you need, giving each a caption and assigning a subroutine. This way, each button can perform its specific function according to your requirements. Next, create 2 subroutines. These subroutines execute when we click on the submenu items. The Save macro subroutine saves the active workbook and displays a message box, while the Do Something macro subroutine simply displays a message box. Now, click inside the Add Sub Context Menu subroutine and press F5 to execute it. Running this subroutine will add the submenu to the context menu. Right-click on any cell to see our custom submenu in the context menu. Clicking the Save item will save the workbook, and clicking the Option 2 item will display a message box. As mentioned earlier, you can add as many buttons as you need in the submenu. Let's add a third item. To do this quickly, I copied and pasted the code of an existing item and modified it to create the third submenu item. Again, press F5 while the cursor is inside the Add Sub Context Menu subroutine. You can see the third item is added in the submenu. Next, we create another subroutine that deletes the submenu from the context menu. We won't call this subroutine directly. Instead, we'll use the workbook deactivate event to run it. To set this up, double-click the This Workbook object to open its editor. First, insert the workbook activate event procedure and call the Add Sub Context Menu subroutine. This will add the submenu to the context menu each time the workbook is activated. Next, insert the workbook deactivate event procedure and call the Remove Context Menu subroutine. This will delete the submenu from the context menu. By using these events, you ensure that your custom submenu is not visible in any other workbook's context menu. The submenu gets deleted when the workbook containing the code is deactivated and is re-added when the workbook is activated again. This technique ensures that the submenu does not appear in any other workbook. To test this, open a new workbook and right-click on a cell in the newly opened workbook. You'll notice that it does not include the custom submenu. Switch back to the workbook containing the code. When you right-click on a cell, you'll see the custom submenu along with the default tools. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you have any questions about this video, feel free to ask.